What's up guys, Shane Steinkraus here. Welcome back. Long time no see. Sorry I haven't posted any more videos. I've been busy, but I'm back at it, ready to bring you guys some content. Today I want to show you guys a look at my Mark 85 Ironman helmet that I made with a 3D printer, obviously. And we painted it with actual car paint. I was going to recap that a while ago for you guys, but now it's finally here. I'll be able to show you guys how I did it. Stay tuned, roll the intro, and let's jump right into this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mark 85 from Avengers Endgame, freshly 3D printed and painted with the most legitimate car paint you can find. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not talking about Rust-Oleum spray cans. No sir, I am not talking about that. This is body shop stuff. This is automotive shop stuff, like the stuff you see on your car. I mean, it is just beautiful. So here's a look at the front. Obviously we got our gold, our gray, and our hot rod red. Now to clarify guys, I did not 3D print this on my own. I totally could have got the files, but I wanted to buy a raw print from the famous Frankly Built. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. Check out his YouTube channel. He's made 2 full Ironman suits, Ironman Star Boost and the Mark 85 Ironman suit. Like, he's the one that inspired me to get into this type of stuff. Shout out to Frankly Built for sending me the raw print. I paid for it. He charges about maybe $110, maybe a little bit more for the raw print. He comes out with them every now and then on his Etsy shop, so I'll post a link to his channel and a link to his Etsy shop, so maybe you guys can buy some raw prints from him if you don't have a 3D printer. Okay, so this is a 4-piece print. If you bought it like I did, you're gonna receive it or print it into 4 pieces if you use Akira's model of the Mark 85. So the faceplate is its own piece, the back of the helmet is its own piece, the jaw is its own piece, and this little chin part is its own piece, which I was surprised, but it actually made it a lot easier. I didn't have to mask it off. I could paint it on its own if I wanted to. That's not what we did, but I thought that was pretty convenient that the chin you have to attach on there yourself. So that was pretty cool. Outside of the print, the last thing I bought was what makes the helmet whole. This is where the magic happens, the cosplay LED eyes. And they're not on right now, but I'll put a clip on so you can see what they look like. As you may have seen in the intro, yeah, these things are bright and they last a long time, even with batteries. So these things are about $3 to $5 a piece on AliExpress.com. I'll post a link for you. You can get them with key fob battery, AAA batteries, or you can, if you're like me and you want to use your helmets for display like I'm doing with the Iron Legion back there, you can use USB cord and plug them in to a USB hub or an Apple charger. That way you don't have to worry about changing out batteries and you can turn them off and they last forever. So that's what I did. So I got these and I just stuck them on there with Gorilla Tape. For you cosplayers who like to put these helmets on, I don't wear these helmets, they're just for show for me. But if you want to wear your helmet, I would consider maybe not using Gorilla Tape because they might fall off depending on how hot it gets in the helmet, the humidity, what might affect the sticking. I would go with super glue. That's what I do. The thing is, the reason I stopped using super glue is because at times I've wanted to detach the eyes and put them back in for whatever reason. And once you take them out, you pretty much ruin the design and it just looks awfully clunky and crappy, and I just didn't want to deal with it anymore, so I started using Gorilla Tape. So if you want to use them for display, Gorilla Tape should suffice. But if you're going to be wearing this helmet, I would highly consider super glue. If you have a pair of cosplay eyes that you kind of ruined, scuffed up, don't throw them away just yet, especially if you're working on a project like this. It might work out for you if you want to add the extra details. I actually used an old super glued pair of cosplay eyes that I had taken off one of my other helmets, and it worked out great because in the movie Iron Man lights up these back sides of the helmet, and so I just used an old pair of cosplay eyes that I scuffed up, and it really worked out. I just plug in both USB ports and both sides light up. So now I'm going to talk to you about getting your hands dirty on this project. What did I do to make this helmet look the way that it does? Well, let's start off with the very beginning. First, when you receive the print or print something out, it's going to look obviously like plastic, but you're going to have all these layer lines and you're going to want to sand them off. So I used a power sander. I was able to get this bad boy not cheap. Let me tell you, it's not cheap. This one is probably like a $500 power sander, but I got it for free, so no complaints here. If you're looking for a power sander on the cheap side that gets the job done, I would just look at your local Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. I had an older power sander that I bought. It was pretty cheap, about 25 bucks. I got it from Walmart. It was a Hyper Tough brand. It was one of those palm sanders. This one's definitely better, but the ones you get at Walmart, the cheaper ones, they get the job done. I mean, it just may take a little bit more work. So if you're wanting to speed up your sanding process, the power sander is the best way to go, but you need to remember a few things. Make sure you're not putting so much pressure on the helmet when you're sanding. Don't press down too hard on it. I mean, this ain't wood. I mean, it's not like you're sanding wood, you're sanding plastic, and it's easy to warp this plastic, because if you're pressing down on the plastic, you're going to push parts of that plastic down and you're going to create bumps, blemishes, and then next thing you know, you're going to have to be applying a bunch of body filler. And obviously, if you're like me, you want to avoid body filler as much as you can because it is a pain in the ass. So when I sanded this helmet, I used 4 grits of sandpaper. So what I did was I sanded with 80 grit at the start, and then I moved over to 150, and then I finished it off with 320. But if you want to make it super smooth at the end, what I did as a nice touch is I used the super fine sandpaper, which is about 800 grit, and so that really made everything super smooth. You couldn't see any layer lines or nothing. So moving over to the body filler side of things, I really didn't have to do a whole lot to this helmet, except on the very back, and this is going to show up on most helmets. You're going to have this little ring in the back that you just can't seem to get out with the power sander or any type of sandpaper. And so I went with some body filler, and this is the type that I used. So I used the Evercoat Metal Glaze Ultra Premium Putty to body fill my Iron Man helmet. Here it is. It's a type of putty that Scotty Boy's company sells to other body shops. This is the type of stuff that they use on cars, and so it's not normally something you find in the store, I don't think. I could be wrong. Let me check with Scotty Boy on that, where you can find it, but I thought I would show you guys anyway what the name of it is. I can definitely show you guys a video on how to apply it. It's a little bit of a process, but pretty easy once you get the hang of it. It also comes with this tube of hardener. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to put just a little bit of putty down on the board, and then you're going to just do a slight amount of hardener, and then you're going to mix it up, and then you're going to mix back and forth, and this stuff just dries really quick, so you need to act quick when you put it on because it's gonna dry in minutes, maybe less than that. So now onto the paint side of things. So first off, we coated this with 2 coats of primer, and then we used PPG paints. These paints are the real deal. Like I said before, it isn't those Rust-Oleum cans. This is actual automotive paint that you would see on a car. Like, they make cars and paint them with these type of paints from PPG. And so Scotty Boy was nice enough to provide us with some paint to use on this helmet. And man, does it look good. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I mean, I don't know if you can see any of the details. I'll show some clips of what we saw on the day it was done. But I mean, man, this thing just looks amazing, and I couldn't be more happy with the results. This has been one of my more favorite projects because it was less of a hassle than some of the other ones, some of the other helmets that come in a billion different pieces. And you'll see more of those down the road when I upload more content. But this one was fun. It was just a 4-piece printed helmet. What I'm doing now with the Iron Legion, I'm repainting a lot of my other helmets, and so the process is a bit harder. But when you get a fresh print, you don't run into that many issues. So this was a lot of fun to paint, and I'm looking forward to working on some more. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my recap of creating my 3D printed Mark 85 Iron Man helmet. Guys, stay tuned. I got a bunch more content coming for you. I'm gonna keep you updated on the Iron Legion bug case full of Iron Man helmets project I've been working on for months. I'm gonna get it all done this March, hopefully sooner than that. I got the Mark 42 still in progress. I'm working on a Mark 50. I'm working on repainting my Mark 7. And then to top it off, we got War Machine. And then I also got to cover my 3D printed OKC Thunder themed War Machine helmet for you guys. I got a bunch more content coming for you. I'll put my TikTok down in the description. I post a lot of content there too. And then I post a lot on my shorts feed as well. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. That would really help me out. It'll help me out so I could get you guys more content and maybe be able to make some more cool things for you guys. Whether it be day or night, whatever time you're watching this, I hope it's a good rest of the day for you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.